You're likely pretty happy with the current gold and silver price. Silver, $24. But what if I were to tell you that this could just be the beginning? And that over the weekend, we got some news that isn't really getting front page coverage in the mainstream media that could easily dictate silver prices reaching $30, $35 within the coming quarters by the end of the year. Let's talk about this big news and what it means for the price of gold and the price of silver. We can't talk about skyrocketing gold and silver prices without taking a look at the big picture. And we did get some big news this weekend. But let's just review quickly what's going on right now in the U.S. economy. The Federal Reserve and our old friend Jerome Powell, right? They raised interest rates over the last 12 months at a pace that has never been matched in history. Super fast interest rate hikes. That's having major reverberations throughout the economy. And do you think that affected the gold and silver price over the last 12 months? You're darn right. It did. It was a major headwind. It was really super windy here in St. Louis over the weekend. I mean, really windy. It would be like trying to run a marathon against the wind. That's what the silver price and gold price were doing last year. But it gets a little more interesting, guys, when we consider that those very fast and significant rate hikes by the Fed, they have a delayed reaction in the economy. We are just now starting to encounter the slowdown that will be the end result of those drastic rate hikes. First Mining Gold is a development company advancing two of the largest gold projects in Canada. Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet, located in Quebec, each already has 5 million ounces of gold reserves, but exploration initiatives are underway at both projects to find even more gold. First Mining is well-financed, has zero debt, and owns an interest in 4 additional Canadian gold development projects. We're going to talk about the skyrocketing silver and gold prices, but stick with me. We have to put this all together. What else happened as a result of these massive interest rate hikes? How about a banking crisis? Remember, they were all telling us the Fed will raise rates until something breaks. Well, do you think something broke? You can think of the economy like a big freight train. The Fed has thrown the brakes on, but it takes a little while for it to fully slow down. But it is slowing down. We all know that. We all can feel that. You can feel it, right? When you go to the grocery store or maybe think about buying a new car, things are becoming more and more challenging. And that should make inflation go down, right? Well, it has a little bit, but we got some big, major news over the weekend that fits into this big geopolitical situation that's unfolding throughout the world that tells us inflation's not going to slow down. As a matter of fact, here in St. Louis, you can buy a gallon of gas as of a couple weeks ago for about $3. In the last couple days, it started inching up. And over the weekend, OPEC Plus announced major oil output cuts. Now, you may be asking, what does that have to do with the price of silver and gold? Well, it's real easy, guys. Oil skyrocketed. Gas will skyrocket. That is outside of the realm of influence that the United States Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell has. That will be very inflationary, and there's nothing the Fed can do about it. It's a supply side issue, and it's outside of their jurisdictional control, if you will, especially as we have the world separating and those OPEC plus countries working together, beginning to look out for their own best interests. So, the silver price, the gold price, we're going to put it all together right now. We already determined we have a slowing economy. Not to even mention all the other screwed up financial system, bubblegum, duct tape, and unicorn fart dust in the Western financial and monetary systems. But we've determined we have a slowing economy. At the same time, we still have inflation right now. And over the weekend, we got this major news. Oil, guys, is the lifeblood of the world economy. Oil affects everything. So as oil goes up, up, up in price, that will be an inflationary pressure that the Fed has no control over. So high inflation matched with a slowing economy. Think about it. I'm going to ring the bell for you. Remember, that was supposed to be a signal for my wife Susie to bring me coffee here in the basement, but that never worked out. So now we ring the bell for stagflation. The economy's slowing. We have inflation that the Fed can't really fight. You gotta do a little research. Read about what happened during the 70s and 80s to the price of silver and gold. They skyrocketed. And because of one thing, stagflation. Because when the economy's slowing, right, stocks don't look as attractive. Bonds don't look as attractive. Because we still have that inflation and the bond rates can't keep up with it. The menu of attractive investment options narrows back down to real money, gold and silver. And I think that's just what's going to happen right now. And I think it's going to be a fun time for you and me, precious metals investors. We could see outstanding returns in the price of gold and the price of silver. I don't have a crystal ball, just my opinion, but I can guarantee you one thing. I'll be here for you through it all. Take care, and I'll see you next time.